All right, everybody, we are here with Vonzelle Brown, one of our newest funded traders. Welcome to the funded trader interview, Vonzelle.
What's up? What's up?
I was just saying, I like you got your logo, the background. So maybe just give us a little bit about your company and everything like that, and then we'll get into the interview.
So yeah, guys, my company More Than Money. Just like Forex League, you guys have been going for a while. So you guys are definitely inspiration to like small companies starting out or the trading community in general. You guys are doing a great job, and we definitely love it. But More Than Money, just a group of traders, mostly military and just DoD workers, but pretty much anybody that just wants to trade, anybody that wants to learn the skill, we just teach them how to trade. And it's based off of three educators: Rob Whitfield, and Curtis Smith, and myself, Vonzelle Brown. And we all learned how to trade from different companies, IML, I Teach FX, Forex League, and we just took our knowledge and put it into one and just wanted to teach others how to, learn the skill. That was all. But
Oh yeah, yeah. So we'll get in at the end where you can find Bonzel, with his social media links and everything like that. But let's pretty much get into it. I'm excited because today's a big day, as you guys know, if you've seen on the Instagram or the Telegram. I've been putting it out there. We've got about 25 new funded traders. Bonzel is actually one of the traders that went live today. We were just chatting. He's up about 1,200 bucks. So good day for you.
yeah, going well, man. 1200 easy. It was nice.
But like we were saying in the chat, so we have a private chat now just for the funded traders. And like we were saying today, guys, don't rush the process. The goal is to have the account for a year, not to have the account for 2 days. So I like Vonzel's approach. He's thinking about the long game. We already had someone who got a funded account today. Unfortunately, they violated one of the rules and lost it. So always think, long term, because at the end of the day, we want you to get the withdrawal at the end of the month, and at the end of 6 months, still be trading with us. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna hop right into these questions. We already got Bonzel's name. Let's just get started with where are you located?
I'm located in Charleston, South Carolina, about 45 minutes south of Myrtle Beach. So I'm living on the beach life right now.
Okay. And you said that you originally learned how to trade where when you were on deployment.
So I originally learned how to trade from I Teach FX and IML, but I Teach FX, Sean Banks is the owner. I learned how to trade 2 years ago in Saudi Arabia. I was in Saudi Arabia and I was approached with, learning how to trade in the stock market, cryptos. And I started trading there. I started putting all my times into buying books and just reading. The number one book was Candlestick Bible. That was my number one book. And I just read it over and over and over until I understood it.
Yeah, Candlestick Bible is definitely, we have that inside the course as one of the PDFs. It's definitely one of those books that, like you said, you just kind of have to go through again and again and again. The biggest thing for me when I started learning all this was literally just remembering all the patterns, remembering the candlesticks, all the different, bullish and bearish signals and everything. You got to know those things like it's the back of your hand. At this point, obviously, we'll get into how many years you've been trading, but I've been trading now, 4 years or so. And obviously, I don't even think about recognizing all these things. But at first, it's a little bit difficult getting to that. So get into how many years, have you been going at this?
This is 2 years I've been trading, guys. 2 years, and I
Wow.
just put all my time and effort into just understanding the market and learning. And the hardest thing for me to learn, honestly, was risk management. That was my hardest thing. Once I learned risk management, my trading went to a new level. It was risk management. That was a big deal.
Yeah, risk management's obviously key, and we mentioned that today again in the chat. Like people that get the accounts, don't over leverage, don't risk like more than 1%, 2% per trade. The statistics show that traders that draw down more than 3% in one day more than likely lose their funded account literally within the first month. So, the statistics don't lie out here, guys. Don't be trying to Hail Mary, and make half the account. At the end of the day, if you make marginal percentage gains, it's going to be life changing. You get 100,000, get 200,000, make a few $1,000s a month. It's income that you didn't have before. So that's my perspective on it. But pretty cool how 2 years, and you're already sitting in the seat that you're in, and obviously building the brand and everything like that. There's a lot of power to that, and obviously shows your dedication to the industry and like to the skill.
Definitely.
It's crazy. So what pairs do you trade? What pairs do you focus on?
Oh, my favorite pairs, GBP USD, AUD JPY, and gold. But my number one is GU. I trade GU religiously. I trade it up and down the charts all day.
Okay. Are there any times a day, in particular that you're looking at it,
I
or?
trade only 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. So 2 a.m. Eastern to 10 a.m. Eastern. I wake up about 3:34, and I'm on the charts between 4 and 6, and I make all my trades in between that time. And I'm out of the market by like 10 a.m. because 10 a.m. is not friendly to me.
Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed too, in just doing literally, we've done one of these interviews before, but obviously I speak with quite a bit, traders from the page that we run and everything like that. And people that are successful really have specific times that they are trading. They're focused on, like you said, 1 to 3 pairs. It's like their bread and butter. They have 1, 2, 3 pairs that they're always trading. So they're just very strategic in your approach. So that makes sense, to me, that you have a specific time that you're focused in. So honestly, it's good to hear because we're looking for people that are going to be disciplined at the end of the day. All right, let's get into the next one. Do you have a profession outside of trading? And if so, what is it?
Yes, I'm a plumber, guys. I am a plumber. I do residential and new construction plumbing, and I love it. I'm enjoying it. I was actually a police officer for 10 years. For 7 years, and I went over to plumbing. So
Nice. Yeah, so you got the trade under your belt. And as you guys can see, I know the goal for everyone is go full time with trading, ditch your job, whatever, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the case. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case. It can be supplemental income. Because there's nothing wrong with even your supplemental income being more than your, regular job. In your case or in many cases, people actually enjoy, trades and different careers. So there's nothing wrong with trading just be supplemental to that. So that's pretty cool that you're able to obviously balance both. Do you run your own business or do you?
oh, I work for a business, and it's a lot easier. Having your own business in plumbing is a lot harder than people think.
Oh, I can imagine. I
Yeah,
can,
you got more of a headache to deal with.
yeah, I can see, that definitely makes sense for me. All right, so have you ever been funded by another prop firm before?
Yeah, I was. I was funded by Top Step FX and Odyssey Capital, and they weren't. I mean, it was great, but it wasn't as there was too many restrictions that I felt. The way I traded was too many restrictions, and so I just let it go. I let it go.
Yeah, what I found, because obviously before I got into running the funded trader, I was someone who was trading with prop firms, and I mainly just focused with FTMO. I felt as though they obviously they have some restrictions, but they're like fairly straightforward. But what I see when I look at all of these different prop firms is it's hard to understand. Sometimes all the rules. The rules can definitely get in the way of your trading strategy and everything like that. And for me, for a lot of these businesses, it turned me off. It was hard to understand how to even get into the game. So that's why with us, we're trying to keep the rules as open as we can. I know there's been some changes that people have been unhappy with, specifically with the EAs. People want more freedom with us with using their EAs. I would say for now, that's what the rule is. And if you're in the Discord, obviously, and like have gone through the website, what it is. But in the future, we're looking to only continue to expand and kind of give the traders more freedom. Because at the end of the day, that's how we're going to find the best people. Letting them look at things and not have restrictions and just be free. Be free and do things the way that they understand it and everything openly. So yeah, that's coming in the future. So it's good to see that you've had some experience, obviously with these platforms before. I hope that you found a home, now with us. I know certainly, I know you've been involved, kind of in the Forex League Telegram as well, for a little while. So it's cool to see, obviously, you grow and now become a funded trader, because the hope for us is obviously that you make it through the month, you get your first payout, and then we can continue to kind of just grow on this journey together and obviously see where it takes us.
Absolutely.
So let's get into the next question here. That being said, have you ever made a withdrawal from a prop firm before?
Yeah, I made from Odyssey Capital and Top Step. I made from both.
Okay. Nice.
and make the daily withdrawal from my accounts.
Like we said, yeah, like we said, withdrawals to come too with the funded trader very, very soon. So what are your goals exactly, with our firm?
So the first goal I got, my vision board right now is get that 600K account. I'm working on that 600K account.
Vision board. I
That
love
vision board is 600K right now, and then I'm working on that. After I get that, it's that 1.5 mil. That's the goal. That's the big goal over time. But I got it. I got my plan to where I want to make $1,000 a day. I'm going to say dollar signs. So
it.
$1,000 a day. But I got it to where I need how many pips I need per day as well. So I'm being disciplined because, like you said, we just had one lose their account, and it was a big account, and that's a huge account. So that's God bless him, and hopefully he gets back on track and he or she gets back to it.
Mhm.
But we gotta be real disciplined in this, and that's what I'm focused on. But
Yeah.
600K is the first goal, and 1.5 mil is the next.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned the vision board, man. I recently recreated my vision board as well, so it's cool to see everyone, out here trying to direct that energy. Obviously got to put in the work to get there, but it's a cool little thing to do for sure. I will say, everyone, Vonzelle, he completed two 50K challenges, and then he elected to merge them, into one 100K account. So obviously, you got a little ways to go for the 600, but stay the course, and you'll get there sooner than later. So let's hop into the next one. Are you focused on more short-term growth or long-term gain? I know you mentioned $1,000 a day. How did you sort of arrive, at that for your goal?
So $1,000 a day, I trade usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I believe Monday and Friday are like trap days to me. The market's kind of like trapping you. So you lose a lot of money on Mondays and Fridays. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm profitable in the market. So $1,000 a day, about between three and $4,000 a week. You know, that's a high gain for payouts in general. That's a lot. That's more than a bank will ever give you. That's more than a job will ever give you. So I'm trying to be at a realistic gain. So that's the short term gain of it. The long term is to have a higher payout, to increase that from 1,000 to the $3,200 a day. That's the long term of it. That's when you have the higher account to leverage. So that's what I'm working on.
So what do you think obviously is going to help you achieve those goals? Like getting more accounts, getting a higher balance, increasing your lot size, what trading maybe another pair, like what do you think is going to help you get there?
So definitely, trading, user risk management, and trading my current account, but getting another account and passing that and merging them. So merging the accounts is going to be the quickest way to do it for me. So over time, I will be trying to get more accounts to merge it. So the next account that I will get will probably be the $200,000 account, and I'll just go ahead and start trying to merge those accounts.
Yep. Yeah, and hopefully, with your first withdrawal, you'll do whatever you want with it. What are what are your plans for the first withdrawal? What are you going to do with it?
Oh man, first withdrawal. Let's see. Oh, so I got a baby on the way, so I'm definitely gonna put some for the cribs. Like I got a new baby on the way. But the first withdrawal, I gotta do something good, man. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, for
I,
sure. You got to enjoy it, man. At the end of the
I
day,
gotta enjoy it. I gotta be
we work
honest
so
with you.
hard for all this stuff. I'm a big, saver as well. I'm pretty cheap to be honest, but I'll, whenever I make some money, I'll always be sure to do a little, spend a little bit. You know what I mean? Reward myself. It's just what you got to do. It's what you got to do. You can't just be working hard for nothing. You got to have some fun. That's what this is all about. And speaking of that, I did mention today in the chat, one of the things that we want to try to do with the funded traders, with forming this chat, and obviously with now that we have a ton of people live monthly, we do want to do some sort of giveaway. We want to award the people that kind of make the most, that perform the best. So we're still pondering exactly what we're going to do. We're going to look for some feedback from you guys, but I'm thinking like prizes, or maybe a bonus or something like that. Because at the end of the day, we want the people that are funded to keep their accounts and to continue to grow with us. That being said, a lot of people have asked questions about whether we are executing the trades live. Obviously every crowd firm has different structure and everything like that. We are copying the trades from the traders. So the money that Vonzelle makes, will come out of the market and then will get distributed to him. So I just want to be very clear about that. So, if Vonzelle kills it this month, we're very comfortable with paying him out. That's exactly what we want to see at the end of the day. Um, And another point is, everyone in the chat mentions about, oh, prop firms, the business model, the sign up fees, everything like that. My opinion on that is like anything else, like any profession, especially one that can be extremely lucrative, there's going to be a high barrier of entry. It's not going to be easy at the end of the day. The failure rate is going to be high, and it's for a good reason. Trading is not easy. There's a lot of variables that come into play, not just having the skill set, but definitely psychologically, things can affect you and really set you off course. So it's not the easiest profession in the world. That being said, we are seeing a lot of people that are like not successful. That's why one of the things that we also hope to do is provide through the Forex League and BBS Academy. Obviously on the website we have free courses, but we both provide courses as well. So if you guys aren't confident, I advise you not to take the challenge. Don't take the challenge if you're not ready. Get involved with the leaderboard. The leaderboard's free, on the website. If you go back on YouTube, you can see I talk through a little bit more about it, but try the leaderboard, trade demo accounts, do the challenge once you're prepared. Once you're prepared and you're confident. I know you going into it, Vonzelle, you were extremely confident. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you were unsure of yourself. Like this was your time. You were ready.
Yeah.
So let's go next to the next question. So what type of trader would you describe yourself as?
I'm more of an intraday trader. After the session, after London session's over, I'm completely out of the market.
Okay.
I don't like New York session. I don't have pairs that I trade there, so all my session or my pairs are moving during the A range into London.
Now, did you experiment with different strategies, scalping, swing trading, before you kind of arrived on that?
Yeah, I did. I saw that I liked one session, and I saw the pair that I liked that was moving the pairs I like moving the most, and the intraday was more. I noticed I was done out of the market by 10 a.m. I was like, well, I'm definitely intraday, so I know that when that session was over, I knew whether I made my money or not. I didn't have to guess anymore. Like, hey, am I going to make this money or am I not going to make this money?
Now, what's like when you first started trading, what's one thing, that you wish you kind of did different?
So I wish that I demoed more. I wish that I hopped on a demo and just traded demo for like 2 months straight and actually learned my strategy on a demo versus being in a live account and almost just pretty much breaking even the entire time. Learning, it was very frustrating. It was very discouraging. There was a time that I was getting ready to quit in December where the market is very trash. I'm just like, December is horrible. I don't even know why I'm trading. This is terrible. But as a trader, and I say myself pre-season. After seeing what December brings, I'm like, I will never trade the month of December again. That will definitely be my off month,
Mhm.
and because the market, it's very bad. But I started trading in the month of December, and I was like ready to quit. I was losing a lot of money, but I wish I demoed. I wish I demoed. So everybody out there, definitely demo and learn your strategy before you go live.
Yep, and that's one thing, in our community that I always communicate is I was like you. When I first started, I was like, I need to use live money because everyone was the group that I was in. Everyone was like, you need to learn. You need to learn the hard way, whatever. You know what I mean? The tough love. And I lost some money. And at the end of the day, looking back on it, I would have just demo traded and then opened up $100 account. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, don't hesitate to open a small account. At the end of the day, you'd rather trade $100, $200 account than lose 5 grand. You know what I mean? You're most likely not going to make any money, with that 5 grand if you're very inexperienced. If you do go on a lucky run, which I have seen some people go on lucky runs and then they end up losing it anyway. But so definitely get the small account going, get the demo going, use the small account to test your psychology. You'll see, even if you make fucking $2 on $100 account, psychologically those emotions will start to kick in. Like, I'm the fucking best trader ever, I mean? Greed, fear, everything like that. So you can test yourself with that. And then once you're ready, you have your demo, unless you have a lot of capital. Obviously if you're capitalized a little bit different. Once you're ready, you do your demo, you do your little live account, go for the funded. There's, obviously many options right now. Go for one that, like Vonzelle did, fits your trading strategy, one that you understand thoroughly, all the rules, and go for that. You'll be able to acquire X amount of capital, and that will then push you to the next stage of your trading career. Don't waste time blowing accounts or blowing your own money. Because at the end of the day, you really don't need to.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I learned the hard way, blowing accounts, $100 here, $100 there. But stick to a plan. 5% a day. 3% a day, whatever you want to make. Get your goal and get used to saying I'm done. You got to make rules for yourself. You don't make. I learned if you don't make rules for yourself as a beginner trader, you're definitely not going to be profitable in the market. You got to set rules. So that was the
Yeah.
biggest deal.
Yeah, and for you beginners out there that maybe did lose some money, you know what I mean, lost $1,000, $2,000, and you're literally experiencing like I like to call it like chart paralysis. You can't even enter a trade. You're so paralyzed by fear and everything like that. My biggest advice to you would be seek some resources to help with the trading psychology. There's some books, Trading in the Zone, a few other books by Mark Douglas. Just look those up. Take a break from the charts. Don't even fund an account. You know what I mean? You got to get yourself right. You got to psychologically. It's like I heard a quote. The most confident man is going to win. In the markets, the most confident man is going to make money. So if you're not confident, you're insecure, you're going through those emotions. Definitely disconnect for sure. All right, so let's hear some like insight on your personal trading strategy. You don't got to give too many nuggets here, but little breakdown of what it is.
All right, so I use five EMAs. I use the 5, 13, 50, 200, and 800. I use the five EMAs. And what they do is they tell me where the market's going, whether I'm going to be an uptrend and a downtrend. And I use the 5 and the 13 to be my entry, my exit moving averages. And I use a strategy that if I'm not in profit in 3 candles, I exit the trade. I also trade off of what is called the Trader's Dynamic Index. That's my number one indicator that I trade off of. I can trade solely off of the TDI, and the TDI has my entries and my exits on it. And I get in the market. I could scalp the market, or I could intraday trade the market, or I could swing trade in the market based off the time frames. And I also play the pullbacks on each time frame. Every time frame has a pullback, so I do play the correction on the time frames. So when the market is already oversold or overbought, I'll flip to this time frame that I know that's getting ready to pull back on, and I'll play the correction on that time frame.
Interesting. So going off of that, you're big on the MA trading. Do you have like any external trading tools that you use as well?
No, I don't. I just use those indicators, EMAs and the TDI. That's it. And I bust out the fibs. Big props to the F Forex League with those key levels. Definitely those key levels. Put a different. It hit different. I hit you up. I hit you up a couple of weeks ago and said, "Yo, those key levels, man. That key level video did something different to my trading." So
There's some people, specifically one trader in the Forex League group, and he's got a crazy strategy with the key levels. I'm about to actually give him a funded account and have him trade, and we're gonna do a whole public thing where he's gonna demo what he's doing and stuff. But everyone's doing something different. At the end of the day, what we teach at Forex League is very kind of basic. We try to just zoom out, look at the higher time frames, like you said, mark up those key levels, look for the swing trading levels and everything like that. But there's no right or wrong way to do this at the end of the day. And I remember for me, like I was looking at different people to learn from in the beginning, obviously seeking more information. There were some people were learning from, having so much success. I look at their stuff, I have no fucking idea what they're doing. Excuse my language. Right. And then there's other people I look at, less popular. They have some methodology, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at their videos and I'm like, wow, this clicks for me. You know what I mean? So it's different for everyone. So there's no right or wrong way, but obviously, that's good that you were able to find something of value from the Forex community. It's not only us, the Telegram has so many people in there spitting ideas, different things. It's really crazy. That's what it's meant for. So getting back on topic with your current account right now, I know you're up, a little bit. In the event that you did go down, you had a little bit of a losing streak, whatever, what would you do like after the losing streak? Kind of how would you fight your way back out of that? What would be the thinking process behind that situation?
So over leveraging is out of the question. So say I dropped below the 100K and I went to you know say 94, going to 94K, and at that point I'm gonna have to work back to get to the 100K to break even. Doing that, I gotta take proper trades. So swing trading is gonna be out of the question. It's gonna be more to I need to go to a scalping level to start gaining those profits. So using 1 to 2 pairs is what I would have to focus on because that's what's going to gain me. If I can focus on 1 or 2 pairs, then I'm going to be able to gain all that money back. But over leverage is out of the question, and the risk management 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. You could win 5 trades and lose 5 trades and still profit. The name of the game is a profit at all times. So as long as you're profiting, you're going to be gaining your you're going to be growing your account. But if you drop below the balance, you definitely got to just fight your way back. But proper risk management is going to happen because what happens is you start you start revenge trading. When you revenge trade, that's when you're dropping 10 lots and you're dropping the 8 lots. When you don't play those, why play the 8 standards when you only play a 2 standard or a 1.55 standard? So over leverage is going to be out of the game for me. So I'll definitely be using proper risk management if I drop below.
Well, we hope that you don't drop below. Like I said, I hope that, obviously this month you get your split. It's well deserved. It's been interesting to hear your perspective, your journey. Obviously, you've worked really hard to get to this point. And, like you said, you said you look up to Forex League. I mean, man, I admire you and everyone else that's building a brand. It's not easy. It requires a ton of self belief at the end of the day, and just showing up day after day when sometimes things aren't working. So I definitely, admire the situation you're in, man. It's, respectable. So I'm happy that you're part of our community. We look forward to you growing, with us. That's pretty much all the questions I have. Maybe tell the people where they can find you on social media, wherever.
You can find me on IG, More Than Money, Facebook, also More Than Money, and More Than Money MTM.com. You guys can find me there. Discord's free, it's open to everyone. Just like it's similar to every other Discord join. It's all fun, memes and trading. It's a fun community, guys. So we hold classes, we even hold live classes, and we hold live trading London session as well. So just stay tuned for it. That's all. We have an academy as well. We just built an academy, so we just did that last month.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you guys find some synergies, with Vonzelle, if you want to trade with him live during the London session, definitely check out his Discord. I'll get all the links, and I'll post them down below. Like I said in the beginning of the interview, today is definitely an historic day for the funded trader, and I'm not even trying to hype it up. Definitely have a lot of people going live, 25 people, which is incredible, and we've worked so hard to get to this point. We are doing a discount for today and tomorrow. As we mentioned, the Telegram, 10% off, plus the 115% refund. Use code the funded trader at checkout. Make sure you guys select one of the standard challenges before entering it. Thanks again, Vonzelle. It was a pleasure to speak with you. Obviously we'll stay connected, and best of luck with you during the challenge.
Yeah, appreciate it.